Hello. In Rimworld, I have always wanted to have some kind of evolution-focused playthrough, and I wasn't really satisfied with biotech gene system. It lets you change pawns, but it doesn't feel satisfying to me, as the changes are not inheritable, and there is no new race name selection or anything. You remain as baseliner and that's it. I didn't really find any mods that expanded it to my liking, so I just made my own. And here you actually can create inheritable xenogerm and make your pawns evolve, sort of. So let me explain. It's not so simple here. I kinda made it much harder. So the start of things is pretty much the same, like in the biotech. You basically catch a guy or a girl with genes, and you take them. You extract them in gene extractor. You insert person, and you get genes. You put them in gene bank. So far the same thing, but in the gene assembler, I actually did something else. You have another action now, inheritable germ. That's for now. That's my name, and when you click it, you see a window. Quite a lot of stuff here. So, what is this about? You can see what genes you have in the bank. So, in my case, it's aggressive, furry-tail, and great animals. And it is because I took one gene pack that contains all of those. So, okay, it presents them. Okay, but it also says stuff like injections 0 and some numbers that doesn't really mean much, probably to you. It's let me tell you that like this. To put those genes in your pawn, to make him or her inherit those genes, to be able to pass them down to their children, you have to prepare everything. I actually, right now, at this specific moment, I can create an inheritable xenogerm. So let's try that. I'm gonna make one right now. They are making it. In this moment, it's not really shown right now, but 2 guys were needed for it, 2 researchers. And it is because I started creating xenogerm that is that has 3 genes inside it. If I tried to make 1 or 2 genes in it, it would just need 1 guy. To make 1, you need a researcher that has 15 level of intelligence. Although you can tweak it in the mod settings. To make 2 genes in the germ, you need 1 guy with 20 intelligence. Again, you can edit that. But to make 3, which is a limit for now, you can't make it longer now. You can later, but not now, because you are not experienced. Your colony is not experienced. They don't know what they are doing. So at this threshold, you actually need 2 guys. Or at this case, I needed 2 guys. Both had to have intellectual level 20. If they don't have 20, they are not taken into account, because this is high level stuff. And if they don't have 20, in my understanding, they don't really add much to the discussion. So it's more of a team effort, team collaboration. So they work together. I made them stand here. One is assisting with gene assembly, another is operating it. If there would be more researchers needed, and later there are some cases like that, they will just kinda crowd around, or at least that's what I'm hoping for, because I didn't really test it yet, but that's the plan. So yeah, they are making it, yes, doing. Progress is going. Okay. Okay. So it spit out the inheritable xenogerm, and guy went to sleep instantly. Okay. So you can inspect genes, and it has three that I have chosen before. Okay. It also presents the information about complexity and metabolic efficiency, but I ignored that. In my mod, I don't really use them as much. You will see. So you can now order to apply it to a pawn, and I made it specifically so you can choose not only your colonist but also your slave or your prisoner. And let's just say I'm gonna add it to the Humberto guy. It's scheduled. Okay. Humberto. It's because you don't sleep in bed. Okay. He got an operation, and that's fine. I'm gonna skip time and see what happens. And I'm gonna wake him up. Okay. Christian is actually injecting it. Okay. He took some medicine and is doing it. Now, let him do that. Okay. I can write the name of the xenotype I just created. Let's just say test. And I can choose an icon. Let's say this Finn skull. Yeah. So we kinda did it. There is a tail visible already. This guy is a test xenotype now. And it has hair, skin, that those are things that are cosmetics for me. I detect that by checking if they have any complexity or metabolic efficiency. If they don't, I actually don't override that. I leave them be. Because in my opinion, people may want to have some looky genes, like horn or skin or hair or wings or whatever. So I don't mess with that, but there may be conflicts, I don't know. Okay, so it's all applied to germline, so it would be inherited by the child, depending what settings of inheritance you have in your game, because I kind of don't change that, but this is it. But there is a problem. In health, you have now cellular collapse, and this is a powerful debuff, and it's actually crippling. It kind of could kill him easily. His pain is so high that I'm not sure he can even walk. No, he can't. So what is even this? the idea is that during the creation of the germ, there were some things that were a bit not good, which is the genes that we used, 3 genes, were at that moment all unpracticed. So it makes the result bad, but it's not the only thing that does that. Now you can see it became practiced because I have specifically set in my mod settings that if I inject a gene, and this is counted for each gene separately, if I inject it, it becomes practiced. So it's kind of, you can understand it like your whole colony or community practiced with it, they understand it, and they won't, to be blunt, fuck it up, because they had some experience with it. By default, it's actually 3, if I remember correctly, it's 3 to 10 injections. So it's a range. You won't actually know how many times you need to inject this gene into pawns. And it doesn't have to be your pawns, it can be like prisoner or whatever, to be able to see green practiced. Let's say it would be 7, and you have to 7 times inject it, because it's rolled 7, let's say. You have to inject it 7 times. It becomes green. Okay? Now, in theory, furry tail, I mean, if I had one in the bank, which I don't have, but and it is required to make it. I can't really click it and make it if I don't have it in the bank. But let's say I had it. So if I made it again, would it be safe now? Would it not apply the horrendous debuff? Well, no. It would still apply the debuff, but not as extreme. It would be a little lighter. So yeah, why it still does apply the debuff. Let me show you text in the technologies. Let's start with that. This full content, the possibility of creating the genes, the germs that are inheritable and stuff, all of this is locked behind this first tag. This first tag requires archaeogenetics. So you kind of have to research all the basic stuff, boom, boom, boom. You go to, it's even, yeah, here. You have to research that, okay? You get that, okay. Then you go to genetic ascension. And there is a problem. It's not the only thing that it requires. It also requires the tech print. And in this tech print, let me say it like that. For now, I'm not sure even how difficult to acquire, because I didn't really play it yet. But the idea is it will be very rare in trade, or it will be more often visible in bases of empire, or the other faction, I don't know. So yeah, you would have to pretty much attack them, destroy them, find it there. Or also my idea was that it may be in Ancient Dangers or Submarines or something like that. That's plan, let's say 1.0, because I kind of have another plan. Let me tell you about my plan. This I'm striving for to make it be acquirable through quest lines that are about Empire, specifically doing like this one, the Broken Imperium. They would be the bad guys here. They would pretty much have it. They would have history of messing around with experimenting on people, creating mutants, and they have kind of a tech print from that times. And I'm intending to add quite a bit of content about them interacting with you in various situations, but this I will say later. For now, you need this tech print. It's a blocker, it's a solid one, you can't do anything without it. The idea is for now that don't focus on it, just play the game, and if you find it okay, you kinda can mess around now. Of course, you need to research everything first. So, let's say you found it, you applied it, you researched it. If you researched this, specifically this, only then do you see my action on the gene assembler. If you don't, it's not visible here. It's locked like that. So it's better not to check if mod works by looking here without that tag. So, but continuing from about the debuff, how to make it lighter. Well, there is genetic stabilization. There is actually 3 of them, and mastery. So what does it do? It lightens it by 30%, the debuff. Each of those 3. And the last one does other stuff. And removes all the debuffs. So let's say, okay, now I want to lighten the debuff. Let's research it. Well, yeah. This guy is researching it, or at least he's trying to research it. At this moment, I get information up there. Cannot progress genetic stabilization 1. Requires 10 total injections, pretty much. So it is locked. Let's give him a chance. Stuff is happening. Guy died. I was too slow. Okay. He's trying to research. There is no progress going. He is trying hard, but failing. So what is going on? I locked these technologies. Actually, these 4 technologies. Why? I just want to make this more of an adventure. So let's think of it like this. Your guys, your colony, your researchers don't know anything. And they, maybe not anything. They have 20 intelligence. They are smart, but they are just trying things. They made a germ by using their knowledge about genes, and they are kinda going blind. They created one, and it was awful. They have to keep doing it. To unlock genetic stabilization 1, they have to, and you can see here, requires at least 10 total inheritable injections performed. So, what are those? Those are just injections. So the one I did earlier, it used 3 genes and it applied them to the guy by a germ I created. that can be counted as single injection. Okay, and in here you can actually see total injections 1. Okay, you have 1 total injections, or I have, I guess. So if I keep doing it, its counter is gonna rise when you get 10. In theory, because again I didn't test it that great yet, it should unlock it. You can research it, you can lighten the debuff. Same thing is here on the genetic stabilization too, but you need more. You need 30 total inheritable injections, and those numbers are editable in settings, mod settings. Let me show you that now. Mod settings, yeah. Okay, so stabilization 1, 10, stabilization 2, 30, stabilization 3, 60, and 100 for mastery. And the other stuff, I'm gonna get to that. So, most of the stuff you can disable here, or at least that's the plan. If you don't want to inject a lot, you can reduce gene familiarity or practice to minimum, which is 1. Set 1 here, 1 here, click reroll all thresholds, and you're gonna have it like me. You use it once and it's already practiced. So, it's pretty much 2 separate counters, let's say. Each gene have a counter, 3 to 10, to make it practiced. If it's practiced, it doesn't really make the result worse. And another counter is total injections. They are like summed up, and it's used here to unlock this stuff. So what does it imply? It means you have to be a how to say it? You have to be a crazy scientist and kinda hurt people a lot, many people. And after doing it for a while, you get some idea about what you are doing. Yeah, experiment. Woo. Yeah. Let's go here. Individual resilience. Okay. This is a new addition. I just added like 1 hour ago. This is about how many genes can a pawn withstand and not die. So it's hidden right now, but it's there. And the idea is, by default, that pawns have, if I remember correctly, at least 2, it's a range, 2 to 5 genes they can have. So if you get a guy that is, I didn't really go to that. Traits influence that. If it's delicate or tough, it changes stuff. Tough +3. Delicate -1. So, but you can't really see that now. There is no information about how many genes can be added. So, when you made a germ and apply it to the guy, there may be an instant death. Maybe. Because let's say he rolled 2. He only has 2 maximum. And your germ was 3 genes. So yeah, instant death. But there is a research for that. When you research it, it allows you to see stuff. Let me load the game to show you what I mean. Yeah, now. Yeah, I need to create it again. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so same germ, and now I'm gonna go and finish this tag. By the way, when I try to with debug finish it, it doesn't let me. My own power has stopped me. Ugh. Anyway, let's finish this one, then I can jump through it. So yeah, we have researched individual resilience. And what does it do? It lets you see how much genes can people support. But it's not really great to make it add the headif directly to all pawns ever. So I'm kind of limiting that. It happens when you try to order. Let's say I'm gonna order it to Seraph. And now you get notification. Because of their experience, your researchers can tell that Seraph can support up to 2 inheritable genes. Okay, let's go for, or wait a moment. Let's click on him. Now he has a note here, individual resilience 2. And some description that he can't really support more. Yeah, only applies to injecting. So yeah, there can be a situation like, let's say I'm gonna apply it to the prisoner who is Itekin. And he has a lot of genes. So yeah, my range now will definitely won't support him. Yeah, he has 4 max. But in reality, he has like, I don't know, like 18 or something. There is a lot. My code doesn't really hurt him. If he has that many and he was alive, it's fine. It's only checking that when it's injection time. So as long as we don't inject him with more than 4, it's fine that he has more. Okay, so that's what it is. You can pretty much see the limit of each person. The idea is that not people are equal. The people with strong minds or strong bodies or both are naturally better at withholding all the mutations. Okay, so, and one pro tip. Here I actually make it like that your mutants, when they get together and make a baby, the baby's resilience level is actually defined like so. It checks both parents' resilience, picks the higher one, and makes it +1. So it can be, in other words, said that in each generation, your pawns become more resilient to mutations, and you can mutate them more and more each generation. Okay. So this is what this does. It tells you at the moment of choosing how much will kill them, the pawns. Okay, so yeah, genetic stabilization, boom, boom, boom. When you do that all, it reduces the... he doesn't have cellular collapse anymore. Yeah, anyway. It reduces the debuff by 90%, hopefully, if I didn't mess the code. Or AI for me, for that matter. I didn't really code. AI did most of things. It was like this. Creating an evolution mod for Rimworld. And vibe coding. Yeah, had to babysit it too. So yeah, last one, genetic mastery. Here, it eliminates the debuff completely, okay? But it also eliminates the cap. In the beginning, I mentioned that you can only make 3 gene germ. But with it, you can add however many you want. But each of those needs, let me find the thing for you. Yeah. Here is some information about it. You need more and more and more of researchers or geeky traits. So in theory, let's say here, you want 3 genes. It can be done with 2 level 20 intellectual pawns, or it can be 1, but it has to have more than 0 geeky traits. And geeky traits are fast learner, great memory, too smart. For now, that's what it is. Basically, it lets you have less people, have especially good people. It values these traits a lot. In the beginning, I thought maybe I'll do something similar, but kind of cap it at 2 for medical. But I decided against it. I kind of thought that, okay, injecting it is not really that hard. Making it is. Making it, yes. So, back on topic. To make more than 3, here you can unlock it, but you also need the researchers, a lot of them. So, okay, it's more of a long-term thing that you have to get so many researchers, so good ones, and ideally with geeky traits, and that directly transfers to how many genes you can make. Okay, so what else mastery does? The genes, they have one problem from biotech, which is hunger rate. And it caps, if I remember correctly, at 225%. So they eat a lot, and it's annoying. So I reduced that to by 100%. So it results with 125%. Yeah, so they are almost the same like normal guys. Okay, what else do I have in here? Unlocks scaling creation requirements for 4+ genes. Wait, what is this even? I'm not even sure what that is. I'm gonna verify that. Okay. Let's move on to the README. Yeah, there is some basic information. Okay, requirements, sure. There is about tech print. Yes, of course. Tech 1 unlocks everything. Says about operation. Yeah, and about limit. 3 genes at the start, sure. how creation work after the one. Yeah. Sure. Practiced, unpracticed. Yeah, it's no. Injecting is a practice, yes. Before any stabilization research, injection is devastating. Yep. I'm not sure if it actually applies those specific debuffs, but yeah. If one information is if you apply to a guy germ and it was unpracticed and you didn't have any technologies, so it was basically the worst effect you can get. It will apply cellular collapse, but cellular collapse will have an additional behavior then that if I remember correctly, at every hour it will roll some bad stuff like adding cancer or coma or randomly hurting that person, making it bleed and stuff like that. So it's a roulette that quickly leads him to his grave. That's how it goes in the worst effect. Okay, this is the mad scientist phase. Yes, practicing. Yes. This is how it goes. Stabilization. Yep, sure. I'm basically checking if I didn't miss anything. Resilience. Yes. Hunger reduction. Yeah, sure. Gene scaling. Yep, you need more researchers. Yes. And Kiki is good. Okay. Cosmetics genes. They are free if they have 0 or don't have at all metabolic cost complexity. Sure. And this is pretty much the same thing like it was above. Yeah, go further. Gene overwriting. Yeah. I'm not sure if it works now well, but let's say you apply a germ to a guy with, I don't know, super immune gene. He gets that. Let's say you have mastery and everything, it was practiced, it doesn't hurt the guy. It doesn't give cellular collapse to him. But it was a single gene germ. So if you make another one, a one length germ, and this time it's something else, like something for running. This, let's say you apply it again. Guy will have it overwritten, or at least that's the intention. So you can't really merge it like that. So it's an anti-exploit measure, let's say. You have to have a lot of researchers, build a long germ, and only then you apply the whole thing. No shortcuts. Or if I didn't make any mistake in code, or rather AI didn't. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, nothing interesting here. Okay, naming pop-up. Yes, it was shown. Toggling. Okay. So, there are various toggles. Abomination hunts. So, the idea is that your colony becomes more and more of a mutant base. And the more mutated they are, the more the more attention that they get, and the more people around you fear you and want to destroy you because you are a freak of nature. So abomination hunts are just that. At this moment they start if you have 5+ inheritable genes. Any pawn has, I guess. They don't really target your most mutated pawns, they target you as a whole. Yeah, let's check how it is in the settings. It's not that. Abomination Hunt is enabled. You can turn it off. Kill squads to eliminate the genetic abomination. Yeah, sure. You can define how much genes is the time when they get to attack you. Okay. Going further, faction hostility. Factions will not like that you have mutants, that you are mutants, and more mutated you are, more malus to the relationship with the faction you get. And probably vice versa, I'm not sure. So from one perspective, they don't like you, they fear you, they want to destroy you. From the other, you don't like them, also fear them, but you also consider yourself superior race from these normal, weak humans. Another, mutual hate. It's basically the same thing, but it's for pawns. So this is on the faction level and this is on the pawn level. Normal human is the one that has xenotype baseliner. Baseliners and Xenos made by this mod evolution, they are recognized in specific way and they have hate applied. So what does it mean? I don't target mutants that are not from this mod or made by this mod. So Itikin or something, in theory, if I didn't mess something up, it shouldn't really have some artificial hate to humans and vice versa. But made by evolution, yes. And this is actually lightened quite a lot if the human has ideology of your majority mutants in a colony. If it has that, it's really lowered. The idea, why is that so? If you have someone, a human in a colony of mutants and you managed to turn his, let's say, religion to yours, he kinda starts to acclimate here. He understands, he is getting slowly accepted. They are on the common wavelength, let's say. So he's not quite one of their own, but he's not that far off. He's definitely not a normal human that should be killed instantly. Okay, let's go further. I added an event. It's a one-off. Basically, let me show you how it works. So, let's start it. Incident. Yes. Evolution. Yes. And this is the event. I made it to execute only once per playthrough, and it starts with child wanting to join you. It cries that someone killed its parents, and it heard that mutants are here, and it wants to become strong and take revenge. So you can refuse it, and it won't ever appear again, or you can accept it. And it's always gonna be quite a young child, like 6 to 9 years old, if I don't, if I'm not mistaken. At this moment, it's an 11 years old male. It can be male, it can be female. Okay, so this child, it will have always quite high resilience, so it can be modified heavily. That's an idea. And also, it's a baseliner, yeah, sure. It comes to you with an ideology that is yours. It basically has no qualms whatsoever with your things, the way you do stuff. It always will have iron willed, but it has also a chance to have another positive trait, and at this moment it didn't really get it. So this is the event, but this person, this child mentioned a person, and that person killed its parents, and that person, it's actually saved here. Rival. Killed my parents, minus 200. It's a person from the Broken Imperium. It's actually, yeah, part of making Empire bad guys. But for now, it is what it is, just that. So yeah, you can accept that child. It would be very resilient, but that's pretty much it. Going back to README. Mutual hate, yes, child, sure. Stillborn mechanic. Yeah, the more mutated you are, the more of a chance that the child of mutants will be stillborn. So it can be reduced, the chance. At the moment it's 10% per gene, but you can change that. You can turn it to 0 to not have it at all. Basic idea is when you reach a stage where you make great mutants, there may be a bit too much of them and they are all very strong. You may want to limit their birth rate a bit. You can do that here. It doesn't count appearance genes. Okay. Mod settings, yeah. Gene familiarity range. It was already set. This was set. This was set. Yeah, it basically repeats stuff. Cellular collapse, individual, yes. Prisoner, slave, refusal, speech. Yeah. Let me show you that. So, there is a prisoner, and I can apply it to him. This prisoner, it won't apply it to him if he doesn't use better medicine. Okay. But now he does. Whoa. That's not what I wanted. No. Don't do that. Yeah, do that instead. Okay. What I wanted to show you didn't really appear here. This moment of starting an operation, it has a chance to show the prisoner or slave he's begging pretty much. It has 50% to do that. Wait a moment. What is going on here? Interesting. No. Okay. It seems to not work at the moment. I need to verify it. So what should happen is information like here that the guy is saying some stuff. Stuff like please don't do this and whatnot. There is like 6 or 7 variants of that. So I need to fix that. Okay. Birth risk. Yeah, it is known. Events. Yeah, sure. Plant features. Okay. So we are heading to the end of it. And here are some ideas. First of all, I like an idea of adding a ritual in which you make an injection to a person that had not been injected before and make a celebration out of it. Something like that. Sounds kind of fun and fitting. Another is mutant. The more mutated, the more powerful, the more unstable they become. It's just an idea for now, and I don't know how to really implement it, but something like that. I actually need to think how to treat mutants that are heavily modified to make maybe game a lot of more difficult, to make abomination squads extremely strong and big. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, another stuff. An idea of Empire being bad boys. They have some history with genes, let's say, maybe. And they will, let's maybe change it around, or not. They will sometimes, officially, they will want to destroy you for what we are doing. But I intend to implement that they will also give you tasks that you can make specific pawns, specific mutants with specific genes for them, give them, and make them pretty much not come to kill you for a while. That's one idea. Another idea is they will come to you and they will either attack you or they will ask for someone from the mutants to be enslaved by them. They want you to give up a person. And initial idea is it's either a child or a mutated woman, just to be dramatic. If you don't agree, they instantly attack. If you agree, you buy like some time. That person won't appear again, at least that's the idea. And they will come back, and next time they come back, they will ask 2 people. And next time they will ask 3 people. Let's see how many you can handle. And stomach, more rather. Next. Empire betrayal with perfect mutants. Yeah, this is like a 180 situation that I kind of planned. If you are, if you give them mutants, and not really at the stage of them asking here, it's more of a when they give you quests to provide a specific mutant. And when you are very advanced, you have all technologies, they are perfect, you have mastery, you make really monsters, very powerful mutants, they may ask for some specifics, and we're gonna promise nice rewards for them. And if you agree, and you keep agreeing, I intend to save each of these pawns. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that, or AI, because I don't know shit. It makes most stuff. I just make them go there. The remembered pawns at some point will be used to attack you. They will be buffed up to the max. They're gonna wear best stuff. They are gonna have most psycasts. They are gonna be surrounded with elite Empire troops, and they are gonna hit hard. And I intend to only give a vague notification before attack, like, I don't know, your mutant senses some danger approaching or something like that. No information, you are trading with Empire, you think everything is going fine, and you get surprise mass attack. And this is because Empire has already gotten all it wanted from you. It didn't eliminate you at first because it was kind of tough, and it was getting nice stuff from you, information about genes, about the technology. But now it got the best of the best from you. It got everything it ever wanted from you. You don't have more value, so they are gonna finish you now. That's the idea. I don't really know what's gonna happen when they fail with that attack. No idea. Maybe they will just repeat it. But about that, giving them mutants, I'm not sure if it's possible, but I intend to edit Empire in a way that if you give them some Xeno race, they are gonna start having them in their army. Not really a specific pawn, I'm saying like the race. You create a custom mutant race, it's gonna be added to their pool. If I can do that. So yeah, the last thing, compatibility patches. No idea how to do that, no idea what breaks. At this moment I am just using Harmony and my mod, and not really using, I just on development side, just that. So patches come later. Let's make a quick check with options. Is there anything that is not mentioned? I don't think so. Everything looks like it's fine. Mutation sickness. Yeah, about that. I need to verify that. Mutation sickness. There is no such thing, or there shouldn't really be such thing. So I'm gonna remove it. Maybe it's something that I thought of before. Faction hostility. Yeah, sure. So yeah, thanks. It's all for now. The first video about evolution mode. Your custom race